Hey guys, welcome back to episode 5. Episode 5, that's awesome. So hopefully you guys have learned some pretty cool stuff. So definitely stay tuned because we got a lot more stuff. But this time we're going to learn, boom, exchange. Exchange is going to be one of those plots where you visually see a coin transform into another coin before your eyes. It's actually underneath the cellophane too, which even makes it harder. So you're going to learn the construction of the gimmick, you're going to learn how to perform it, we're going to go over all that. So this is exchange, really powerful trick you're going to learn today, so have fun. Everyone else that's new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Everyone that's already subscribed, welcome back, good to see you. But guys, stay tuned and you're going to learn some pretty neat stuff. This is exchange. So let's go ahead and take a look at the gimmick. Now it's pretty basic, it's pretty simple, and it's going to work on gravity. So gravity is really going to make this whole trick work. What's going to happen is there's a holdout right here. There's a card on top of a card blended in. As you can see, as I lift it up, you can kind of see the slit here. That's what's going to hold the quarter. This slit down here is actually going to make the dime disappear. So as the dime goes up, the quarter will fall down, thus exchanging places. Exchange. So that's how everything's going to work, and we'll quickly just go into this, make it really easy, and then we'll go into handlings and kind of get you guys out there in the wild to practice and play with this. It's fun stuff, but I just want to show you what the gimmick looked like, so you guys just get a sneak peek. Okay, so now that our gimmick is complete here, we have to let it dry, because what we're going to do is kind of push out this middle to have a coin be able to fit in that slot. And as opposed to using an X-Acto knife to make the dime slot, is because I want a piece that's really thick to where a coin can travel easily through it. So an X-Acto knife will work, but you just have to make a little extra cuts to kind of get that hole there. Now don't worry, this is all going to be blended in during the performance, but that's the reason I use this as opposed to something a lot thinner. I want that actual, hole that we make there for the coin. But let it dry, and that way we can kind of tweak it and do a few things and get it ready for performance then. Okay, so now that our gimmick is dried, we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and just break it in a little bit. One other thing too, go ahead and grab just an old deck of cards and grab that seal, rip off that bottom seal, and then stick it right into the gimmick, because this is just going to tuck behind the cellophane to appear as just part of the back of the card. So if you want that to blend in with that sticker, by all means you can. So now that we have our gimmick here and we know how everything kind of works, so we have that slot for the dime, and then we have a holdout here for the quarter, and on top is where the quarter is going to be loaded. So let's go ahead and go into that. Okay, so now that we have the gimmick made, let's go ahead and just kind of break it in before we put it behind the cellophane. So take a quarter like this and go ahead and just put it underneath where that dime should fit. You want to kind of just stretch that out and get that hole nice and large for the dime to easily go up in there. So kind of work at that and make sure that a quarter can easily go up there, and that you'll know for sure a dime can easily go up there. Also, you want to go up in this top too and go ahead and put your quarter inside the middle portion there, and go ahead and push it in, and make sure that the glue is not too tight on the sides to where this coin can't slide down when you do hit it against your palm. So kind of test that out and kind of work it, and then you're also going to test out the dime prior to doing everything at once. And let's go ahead and put this in the cellophane then. Okay, so this is with the gimmick, the cellophane, good to go, ready to rock and roll. Now the coin is under there, it's already ready to be shot out from the bottom by causing it to shoot out with your palm. So let's go ahead and test that out to make sure your guys' gimmick is ready to go. And it should look like this. And you see how it just appeared there. So that's what you want. You want that, just a visual appearance of the coin. So let's go ahead and reset that real quick. And the reset time is literally just a few seconds here. And it's just like that, you're done. So I mean, now that you have it reset and everything, the next step you're gonna do is take a dime. Now this can all be separate, this can be borrowed, and you're basically gonna tuck it behind the cellophane, you're gonna drop it behind the cellophane, and you're kind of going to do that in front of the spectator so they can see it visually going behind the cellophane. Now you're standing a good, 5 feet away, 4 feet away from your performance there, so they're not going to be able to see these grooves, especially when tilted at an angle. And that when you're performing it, you're going to show it at an angle, so you're going to hide the construction of the gimmick. Now that the dime is all the way at the bottom there, it's going to get lined up right to be underneath where it needs to go, into that hole. So if I take my thumb, so now if I push my thumb, you'll see that the dime will just go straight into that slot. Like that, it'll kind of go away there. So what that means is you want to show yourself putting it in there, but also just get it centered right into the middle, just like that. So now it's ready to go. And now what's going to happen is, in the action of shaking the card box up, the dime is going to go up and vanish. At the same time, this quarter is going to shoot down and take its place. So the dime vanishes, the quarter comes and appears. Awesome. So it just works off of the motion of centrifugal force, I guess, of motion up, and then the jerking motion of down, and the gravity just hitting it as well as hitting against your palm, reassuring that quarter shoots out. And let's see what that looks like. As you can see, they changed places. So that was a little rowdy, I know, that was a little rowdy on that one, but you get the idea of where I'm trying to go with this. So the action of one coin shooting up and project the other coin to shoot down to take its place. Now from there, you're pretty clean. That dime is behind this somewhere, just hanging out somewhere, which means if you hold this, right, and pull down the cellophane, you get that. You get a nice visual 360 degrees of just a coin. And honestly, if you want to, you can go as far as handing that out while this just kind of gets dipped. So if I release my hand, look, there goes that dime. So it's being held in between that and the card box the whole time. But in the action of going up and down, that's what sets it off, and that's what makes everything work. So let's go over that one more time. Okay, so we're all reset here. Now, dime in the bottom, ready to be shot up. Same time, the quarter is ready, waiting to be shot down. And how that works is the action of your wrist flying up causes that dime to shoot up, and then hitting it, of course, causes the quarter. I can't show this slow. It's one of those actions that you're going to have to practice and get that right rhythm going. If you do it slow, it's not going to work. So you do have to put some speed into it for it to work, because you want to get that velocity of causing the dime to go up at the same time, everything else to work for you too. So that's the idea. I'll try to do it slow just so you guys can see, but I'll probably just end up vanishing the dime. No, can't be done slow. But I mean, that's it. The centrifugal force does all the work for you. You just got to time it right and everything. So it looks like this. One up, one down, changes places. From there, show 360, because people think the cellophane might have something to do with it, and the coin obviously changed places, so good time to pull this off and hand it to him as a souvenir. But that's it, that's exchange. I mean, that's the handling of it. So practice, as from here, it's very hard to see those lines, especially at a distance, and as long as you keep your ankles down, everything's going to be covered up. So work on that, work in the mirror, work on your camera angles, and kind of see how that plays out. But that's it, that's how that works. I mean, that's really it. So it's one of those things where you're going to have to practice, you're going to have to break in the gimmick even before you start playing with it, and it works properly every time. And that's where you're just going to have to play with the thing. So get it constructed, very easy, take you a few minutes to do that. Once you do that, just let it dry and sit. After it gets all good, just go ahead and break in the gimmick, make sure that coin goes up and down when needed. Both of them actually, so that's all you have to do is just work with it. But have fun with it, because that's a super exciting trick, especially the visual. I mean, it's something that you put a dime underneath the cellophane in front of the spectator, you see it go behind the cellophane, you just shake and it becomes a quarter, and then you can pull down the cellophane and give it to them. It's like you made money out of a dime, you upgrade it, I don't know, use it to however you like, but you can do this with a penny into a quarter or something, but get creative with it, have fun. But that's Exchange. I'm so glad you guys stuck around and saw that one. But next episode 6 will be special. It'll just be fun. It'll be one of those things where I take all this stuff that I've just been floating around that's never really been published, the more moves, the more little fun little things, make things float without any strings and all that good stuff. So next episode is more going to be like a brain ideas. So you're going to see a lot of this stuff that's never been published, but it's very fun and entertaining to do. So that's what's going to be next episode 6. So stay tuned for that. But thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.